All right, great. So next, I think we had a couple questions. I think Darth Dawkins wanted to ask a couple questions. If he's a Christian apologist, and so if you want to move on at some point, just let me know. But Darth, if you want to ask your questions, you'll have to unmute.
Professor, can you tell me how to? Hold on a second. I got to turn something off here. How do I pronounce your last name?
Pigliucci. The G is basically silent.
Pigliucci. Pigliucci.
Pigliucci. Don't worry. Call me Massimo. It's much easier.
Maximo. Okay, I apologize for botching that.
No worries.
Sorry about that. I had to turn off some software. I understand that you're an atheist. Do you hold to the position that God as ultimate creator does not exist, or do you hold to the lacktheist position?
What I mean by atheist, when I use the word atheist, I mean it literally in terms of the original etymology, that is atheists, without a positive belief in God. So an atheist, in my conception at least, is not somebody who says there is no God, because that's an absolute statement. That's falls into the 0% belief that I was talking about a minute ago, and I don't think that's a rational statement to make, because it's possible that there is a God out there, depending on how.
Are you a naturalist?
Yeah, I'm definitely a naturalist. But before we get to naturalism, let me finish that thought. So. When I say that I'm an atheist, I mean that I don't have sufficient reasons or evidence to believe in any particular kind of God. So, but because that position is not at zero, I am willing to entertain arguments and evidence.
Okay, as a naturalist, do you believe that what is fundamental to reality, the source of all possibility, is impersonal?
What do you mean by impersonal?
Meaning it's not personal. It's not a mind.
Yeah, that's right. It's not a mind. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a rational justification or evidence to support that?
That to me is the wrong question. So everything that we know from modern science, from the way we perceive the world, etc., does not indicate that there is a mind at the foundation of reality. So if one makes
your position, do you hold that what is fundamental to reality, that is the source of all?
I just told you what my position is.
Okay.
I said that I don't believe that there is a mind at the basis of reality. However, when you ask me why, what proof do I have of that, I'm replying that I don't need any proof. The burden of proof seems to me on the people that claim that there is such a thing.
Okay, but you do hold that what is fundamental to reality is impersonal. Okay, so do you have a justification for that?
As I said, there is no evidence of the contrary. That's my justification.
No evidence to the contrary. So you decided that all the facts that you're acquainted with do not necessitate referencing a God as the personal ultimate? Well, how did you determine that?
Because I don't see as I think it was Pierre-Simon de Laplace famously put it to Napoleon, I don't see any reason for that hypothesis.
No, you decided that all the facts you're acquainted with
I didn't decide anything. I arrived at a conclusion based on my understanding of the world. And that conclusion is, I see no reason to believe that there is a mind at the basis of reality.
Okay. So you believe that facts do not necessitate referencing God as the ultimate necessary precondition?
Correct.
Okay, how did you determine that?
I'm thinking that there is something here that we're talking past each other.
No, that was a straightforward question.
Yeah, no, it's not really a straightforward question.
You know it is. Okay, you either believe that it is necessary to reference God as the precondition of all facts,
and I already said I don't.
Or you don't believe that. Okay, so what is your justification that all facts indeed are?
I already gave you that also. I said that I see no reason based on my understanding of what science tells us to invoke any mind fundamental to reality.
I'm not asking you a scientific question. I'm not asking you a scientific question. No, actually, I'm asking you a metaphysical question. Okay. Now.
Yeah. See, the problem is that metaphysics, that when it's completely disconnected from empirical evidence and therefore from epistemology, serves no purpose at all.
Okay, so you will either believe that what's fundamental to reality is either a mind or not a mind. Okay? Now, if somebody says that they believe what's fundamental to reality is a mind, in order for you to accept that, you would need a justification or evidentiary support. That's your criterion of belief. But you are not following that criterion of belief when you adopt what is fundamental to reality, the source of all possibility, that it is not a mind. Are you conceding here that you do not have a justification, that what you do positively believe, that what is fundamental to reality is not a mind?
I'm not sure we're using the same language here. I told you what the justification is already 3 times. I don't think I need to repeat it a 4th one.
Yeah, what you said is you see no reason to believe, but that means that you decided that all facts are independent of God. How do you know that?
One more time, because I see nothing when I interpret anything about the universe, anything about how the world works. If somebody says, and that was made by God, that adds absolutely nothing to the explanation of what I'm seeing. Therefore, it's an unnecessary hypothesis. And therefore, I'm not contemplating it.
But then you believe that facts are independent of God. So I'd like to know, how did you determine that?
I just told you. And apparently, we're not gonna get past that point. So I think we should move to the next one.
Yes, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll move on.